Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. Scheana Shay reveals truth about painful Vanderpump Rules injury. Glitter and grit. Scheana Shay's high ponytail bounced as she slid into Sir's lounge, the clink of her designer heels barely audible over the bass pulsing through West Hollywood's most dramatic dining destination. It was a typical night, lights low, drama high, and the cameras were rolling. But Scheana wasn't herself. Behind her signature lashes and glossy smile, pain simmered just beneath the surface. Her wrist, wrapped tightly beneath a bedazzled brace hidden under her sleeve, throbbed with every gesture. She winced, not enough to ruin a take, but enough to know something was very wrong. The moment it snapped. 2 weeks earlier, filming had been chaos. It was the infamous Vanderpump pool party blowout, a scene that fans would later call the most physical episode since Stassi slapped Kristen. Lisa Vanderpump's estate was filled with shirtless bartenders, sequin swimsuits, and tensions hotter than the LA sun. Scheana, trying to defuse a fight between James and a newly returned Kristen, slipped on a puddle of champagne. As she reached to grab a lounge chair for balance, a loud crack echoed across the patio. She screamed. The cameras kept rolling, downplaying the drama. "I'm fine," Scheana said later, tears welling in her eyes as EMTs checked her wrist. But by the time she got home that night, the pain was unbearable. Her husband, Brock Davies, urged her to go to the ER. Their toddler daughter, Summer Moon, watched with wide eyes as her mother clutched her arm and tried not to cry. Diagnosis? A fractured scaphoid. Small bone, major pain. Doctors warned her, this isn't a simple sprain. You'll need rest, therapy, maybe even surgery. Scheana scoffed. "I can't stop filming." Scheana versus production. Behind the scenes, tensions exploded. Bravo producers wanted her back on set ASAP, sling or not. Scheana, ever the people pleaser, agreed to return, but her mood darkened with every take. "It felt like I was being asked to pretend I was okay. Smile through the pain, be funny, be flirty, be good as gold with a broken wrist," she later admitted on her podcast, Shenanigans. Castmates noticed the change. "Scheana's not herself," Ariana Madix whispered during a confessional. "She's in pain, but she won't admit it, and that scares me." Even Lala Kent, usually her sharpest critic, softened. "She's tougher than she looks, but everyone has a breaking point." The breaking point. Scheana hit hers during a rooftop shoot in downtown LA. She was supposed to dance, just lightly, for a glam B-roll scene featuring the cast sipping cocktails and laughing under neon lights. But as she raised her arm, a bolt of pain shot up her shoulder. She collapsed mid-shot. She cried, clutching her arm, her mascara streaking down her cheeks. "No more pretending! This hurts! I'm not okay!" The crew froze. Brock ran to her side. Lisa Vanderpump, who happened to be on set, stepped in too. For the first time, the queen of roses and rosé knelt beside her fallen server. "Darling," Lisa said, stroking her hair, "you don't have to be strong all the time." Confessions and consequences. Days later, Scheana posted a raw, unfiltered selfie, no makeup, wrist cast in full view, with a caption that shocked fans. "This injury is more than physical. It's mental, emotional, and spiritual. I've spent years pretending everything is okay when it's not. This time, I'm not doing that. I'm hurt, and I'm healing, publicly." The post exploded. Thousands of supportive comments flooded in. Fans shared their own stories of injuries ignored, mental health sidelined. The hashtag #SheanaStrong began trending. But not everyone was supportive. Blind items circulated. Was Scheana exaggerating for sympathy? Was this her new storyline? Was she pulling a Munchausen, as one anonymous Reddit post suggested? Scheana was crushed. The truth behind the glitter. On a rainy Wednesday afternoon, Scheana recorded one of her most emotional podcast episodes ever. She began, "I've never told anyone this, but I was terrified that if I stopped filming, they'd write me off." She described the pressure to perform, to stay relevant, to be the perfect mix of messy and marketable. She revealed that this wasn't her first injury, just the first one she couldn't hide. "I dislocated my shoulder in season 7 and kept filming. I had panic attacks in season 9 and Bravo aired them like plot twists. I'm tired of being strong for the camera." The episode ended with a call for change, not just for reality TV, but for anyone afraid to speak up when they're in pain. Bravo responded. Public pressure mounted. Mental health professionals, influencers, and even former housewives tweeted their support. Bravo was forced to respond. In a carefully worded statement, the network said, "Scheana Shay is a valued member of the Bravo family. We support her recovery and stand by her choice to prioritize health and safety. We are reviewing our protocols to ensure the well-being of our cast." Privately, insiders revealed that new wellness guidelines were quietly introduced for Vanderpump Rules and other shows. Scheana, meanwhile, was offered a reduced filming schedule and a producer credit. She had finally earned respect not just as a cast member, but as a woman who fought for herself. The comeback. Scheana spent the next few months out of the spotlight, focusing on healing. Physical therapy became her new routine. She leaned on Brock. She played Tea Party with Summer Moon. She journaled. And when she returned to Vanderpump Rules, she was different. She wore her brace openly. She cried on camera, not just for drama, but for truth. She confronted producers who pushed her too hard. She reconciled with castmates who hadn't understood her struggle. Most importantly, she shared her story fully. In the season finale, she stood at a charity benefit she helped organize for injured hospitality workers. Cast and crew clapped as she made a surprise speech. "I used to think being a reality star meant never showing weakness, but I've learned that real strength comes from honesty. This cast has seen me fall, and I'm standing now, braver than ever." Good as gold again. Months after the season aired, Scheana released a new song, her first in years. Titled Scars and Sequins, it was a dance pop anthem laced with vulnerability. "I fell down in front of you, and I thought you'd turn away. But you stayed, through the pain, and now I'm dancing anyway." The track hit #1 on iTunes Dance. She performed it live at BravoCon, her arm fully healed, in front of thousands of screaming fans. Ariana, Katie, even James hyped her up backstage. Lisa Vanderpump gave her a standing ovation. Afterward, Andy Cohen hugged her. "You didn't just come back," he whispered. "You came back stronger." Scheana smiled. "For once, I believe that." Final word. Scheana Shay's injury was never just about a broken bone. It was about breaking free from the invisible shackles of performance, perfection, and pressure. She turned a painful fall into a powerful rise, not just for herself, but for every woman who's been told to smile through the pain. And, in doing so, she proved something fans always suspected. Beneath the gloss, the gossip, and the glitter, Scheana Shay is pure gold. Thank you for watching video. Please subscribe to our channel.